YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Pokémon Draft. My name is JD, and today we're continuing with our playthrough of Pokémon Crystal in order of the Pokédex. We played through the last 2 weeks with Steelix, regular playthrough, then an optimized playthrough. I recommend you go check that out. Today we're going to play through with the next Pokemon, Snubbull. Snubbull is known as the Fairy Pokemon. Let's go over the stats and we'll dive into the playthrough. Stats are as follows. HP is 60, attack is 80, defense is 50, special attack is 40, special defense is 40, and speed is 30. Let's go ahead and dive into the first battle. First battle of the game is against our rival as per tradition. His name is Triple Question Mark. We gave Triple Question Mark a Chikorita. Chikorita really doesn't have an advantage against this Pokemon. It's just the bulkiest of the starters. That's why I chose it. And we named our Pokemon Bubble. Bubble is going to come out, and we're going to face Chikorita. We're going to go for Tail Whip, soften him up a little bit. Even though it goes for Growl, we're still going to do some pretty decent damage because we've lowered Chikorita's defense. Tackle gets a couple misses here and there, but however, we're still going to outpace Chikorita. We do heal with a berry. That did help us out. We get the win. Not super easy, like not the easiest battle, but we still get the win nonetheless. We'll go over some things with this Pokemon as we're progressing and training right here. First off, we are in the fast level up rate. There's a thing in Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow where if a Pokemon's pink, it's in the fast level up rate. This Pokemon is pink, so it's in the fast level up rate. We'll get levels so fast, we'll level up so quick. It's going to be really useful in the optimized playthrough. We can level up extremely fast and skip over a lot more trainers and save time. We can do that kind of with this Pokemon as well, but in this playthrough, we still need to grab some more levels because we need to get to a higher level faster. We need to evolve. We evolve at level 23. The other thing about this Pokemon, even though we're known as the Fairy Pokemon, we are not a Fairy type. Fairy type, this Pokemon was not switched to Fairy type, let me rephrase that, until Generation 6. So we are normal type, and the fact that we're a normal type and we have such a high attack stat's 80 with this Pokemon, huge advantage. Normal type Pokemon, 1, we get a boost to our attack stat after we beat Faulkner. 2, we get an automatic boost as well when we go get the Pink Bow right after we beat Faulkner. 3, a lot of moves throughout the game, a lot of TMs we get, Swift, Headbutt, Return. Those moves are normal type, and so they progress with this Pokemon extremely well. And then once we beat Whitney, we get another 10% boost to normal type moves. So normal type moves have just such a massive advantage in this game. Normal type Pokemon also have a massive advantage because you look at the right side of the screen, it has all of our moves. It almost takes up the entire side of the screen where it has all the moves. We have access to all the elemental punches. We have access to, like I said, normal moves. We do have some tutor moves, like we have Thunderbolt. We have so many things available to us. We have so many options. We even have access to Shadow Ball to take care of ghost types and psychic type Pokemon. We really just have such a massive advantage in this game compared to other types. The only other thing I want to go over with this Pokemon is right now we have the move Tackle, which is a normal move, even though it's kind of garbage. It is stab, so it's a 52 effective power. It is 95% accurate, so we do have propensity to miss. We did add Bite. We just got that level 13, 60 base power. It's a dark move, and it's 100% accurate. It actually goes off for a special attack, not our normal attack. And now we're going to dive into a battle against Faulkner. Faulkner's going to come out. He's going to come out with a Pidgey. And whichever way we do this, whether we go for Tackle or Bite, it's still a 2-shot. We're not getting like a huge advantage with one or the other. Eventually, we will get a move that will have a massive advantage over the other, and we'll have a dominant move. But for now, we're going to get a 3-hit knockout on the Pidgeotto. We get the win over Faulkner. We get his boost to our attack stat, and we're going to move right on to our second rival battle. Second rival battle is usually the hardest rival battle because it has a Ghastly. Now, we do have a move for Ghastly. Ghastly can't really do too much to us other than put us to sleep. However, we do have Mud Slap, which is a super effective move against Ghastly. We also have Bite. We probably should have gone for that. But Bite will be an effective move as soon as we wake up. It's a one-shot, very good. Now, here's why we chose Chikorita. Chikorita is a really rough Pokemon. It really is, because it's so bulky. So Bayleaf comes out, and it's the evolved form of Chikorita. And Bayleaf comes out, and it's going to do a decent amount of damage, and we're poisoned, and we're just not doing that much damage, and it outpaces us and knocks us out. So we take our first loss of the game against our rival, and we're going to face this battle again. It's a little bit of RNG here, and if we just don't get put to sleep, Ghastly becomes a lot faster, very good. We level up level 20, and then Zubat comes out. We go for Bite on the Zubat. It's going to be a 3-hit knockout. We get 2 flinches in a row, which is very nice. And then Bayleaf comes out. We're going to go for this again. We'll go for Mud Slap, making it so Bayleaf can't hit us. Bayleaf. There we go. Bayleaf can't hit us consistently. So we're going to go for Tackle. And all we got to do is hit one more move. There we go. We get the win. And not the greatest RNG on that. We're probably going to be a lot better. Well, in the second optimized playthrough, we're gonna be evolved, so we'll probably have a lot more better stats. But we're gonna go and do Super Sim on the Pokemon trainers here in this gym, and now we're gonna face Bugsy, the Bug Catcher gym leader, and he's gonna lead out with a Metapod or Kakuna? It's a Metapod. There we go. So Metapod comes out. We'll go for Bite, get a flinch, so he doesn't go for Harden, making it harder for us to knock him out. Bite again. We don't get a flinch, but we knock it out in 2 hits. And now we have Scyther coming out. We will not outspeed the Scyther. So Scyther's going to come out, and we're going to go for Bite on the Scyther. And eventually we're going to get to the point where we knock it out. Very good. He does not get an opportunity to stack up damage against us. So we get the win over Scyther. We're going to progress right on to this forest, where we're going to go ahead and pick up a move that's going to really, really open up this Pokemon, and that is Headbutt. Headbutt is a, 65 base power move, but we get a stab out of it, so it's pretty nice. Actually, 70 base power move, I'm sorry. We get stab out of it, and as you can see right here, we're going to knock out the Hoppip, and a Bulbasaur. We don't actually show this battle ever, but the reason why I'm showing this battle is because when we win this battle, we're going to level up, and we're also going to evolve into Granbull. Granbull is the evolved form of Snubbull, very good Pokemon, and we're going to progress right on to this next portion of the game. We're going to pick up this right here, which is the Quick Claw. Quick Claw is going to give us the opportunity to go first. We do have better stats now, but they're not the greatest stats still. Like, our speed isn't that great still, but we do have better stats now that we have evolved into Granbull. Now, in the second playthrough, we're going to play through with Granbull only. We're not going to start out with Snubbull, just to see how much better we can be starting out fully evolved. Now we're facing Whitney. With this win, we're going to get a huge boost to our stats. Headbutt is a one-shot on the Clefairy. Is it a one-shot on the Miltank? Is it a one-shot? It is not a one-shot. However, we're going to go for Headbutt again. Just go for Headbutt again. We get the knockout. Very easy win. Very clean win over Whitney. Whitney's going to whine about it for a little bit, and then we're going to talk to her, and we're going to leave. And with that being said, we get a pretty easy win over Whitney. We got our boost, and we're going to press right on to Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is the rock tree thing that's blocking our path, so we got to take it on really quick. We did add Ice Punch, which will make this battle super easy, barely an inconvenience. We almost get a one-shot here with critical hit with Ice Punch, but we don't. We tank a low kick, and we go ahead and hit Ice Punch one more time. A Toko, a 2-hit knockout. We're going to move right on to the next part of the game, which is a Komodo Girls. We actually did not get any hidden power in this game. We don't need to with a normal type Pokemon. But while we're with Komodo Girls, I like to talk about the channel. First off, if you can, please make sure you watch to the end. It helps out the algorithm, helps out the channel. Second, please make sure you like this video. If you like this video, it gets it out to more people, gets the algorithm going, and gets more people who have similar taste to you, more access to this content. Third, if you have a second, please just comment anything. Comment your favorite Pokemon, comment nice video, comment some suggestions for what ifs, whatever the case may be. It gets the algorithm going even better than liking this video. All three of these things would really help out the channel and get it out to more people. The last thing I want to ask is make sure you subscribe. If you subscribe, it tells YouTube and it tells myself that you want to come back and watch my videos, and you're going to get access to all my content. Anything you can do to help out this channel, any of those four things would be greatly appreciated. I do all this stuff between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. It's actually 6:16 right now. That's when I'm doing this voiceover. So I really appreciate it. And we're going to move right on to our next battle of the game, which is our rival number 3 in the Burned Down Mansion. We're going to save real quick, and we're going to face him. His first Pokemon is going to be a Haunter. Haunter is going to go down to a Bite. We have access to Bite. Bite is super effective against Haunter. And we're going to click Bite. Very good. One-shot knockout. Very good. One-hit knockout. Oko, whatever you want to call it. Mud Slap on the Magnemite. Very good. Zubat comes out next. Headbutt on the Zubat. And the last Pokemon is Bayleaf. I don't think Bayleaf is going to be a one-shot. However, we do freeze it, which is very nice. And we're going to go ahead and hit Bite, and then we knock it out. We get a very easy win over our rival. We fall through the floor and land right in front of Morty. And then we're going to take on Morty. He's a Ghost Specialist. Now, we made a very big blunder here. We usually like to equip... let me rephrase that. We usually like to equip, there we go, the Mint Berry. That way, if we get put to sleep by this Gengar, we can wake right up, and then we can hit it and continue on with the battle. However, we don't need the Pink Bone in this battle, so I completely forgot this, and we are going to get knocked out here if we get put back to sleep. And here we go. Come on, just wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And yeah, we're not gonna win this. He's gonna knock us out, and he knocks us out. Yep, that's fun. So we get to take our second reset of the game against Morty, and we're going to face him one more time. It's always a Ghost Pokemon. It's always Ghost Pokemon, and it does this to us. Bite on the Ghastly, very good. Haunter comes out. Bite on the Haunter, very good. And then Gengar comes out. Now, if he puts us to sleep, we'll wake up. And as usual, once we equip a berry, that will undo the thing the other Pokemon does. It never does it. So we can't just do this on the first attempt. But we get a pretty easy win over Morty once we don't get hit by, Hypnosis and Dream Eater. And we're going to move right on to the next gym, which is old Chucky Boy. Chucky Boy is the fighting gym, and he is the only gym we're really weak to. Fighting Pokemon have an advantage over normal type. However, we have added Return. And with a combination of, it being our only Pokemon, it's fought every battle. And we've given it some calciums, and actually, no, we didn't give it calciums. We gave it carbs, and we gave it proteins. A combination of all those things means we are maxed out on Return. With Return being 102 base power, 102 base, yeah, 102 base power. And then when you add in the fact that it's stab, so that's 153 base power, you get a 10% boost from Whitney's gym, we get a 10% boost from the pink bow, and then we also get a boost from the first gym we had on our attack. So this move is effectively 189 base power, 100% accurate, and it will just obliterate everything in its path. This is why normal type Pokemon do so well in this game. And when you have a normal type Pokemon like this Pokemon, who has a very good attack stat, it is just impossible for the opposition to handle it. So this is why I expected this Pokemon to do very well, and I expect this Pokemon in the optimized playthrough to do way better, because we're going to start out from the game with the higher stats and a much better move pool. Primeape comes out. Return on the Primeape to one-shot. Is Poliwrath a one-shot? That is the big question. It is a one-shot. Critical hit, don't think that mattered, but we'll take a critical hit when we get them. We obliterate Chuck, the one gym we had a problem with, and my lord, I did not do that. So, okay, we did face Jasmine, and we beat Jasmine on the first try. We had Fire Punch, so that makes her Pokemon super easy, barely an inconvenience. I do apologize. I misedited that, and we missed the battle against Jasmine. We get the win. It doesn't matter. We didn't take a reset, as you can see. So I'm learning this in real time that I accidentally deleted that out. But it is not a big deal. We did beat Jasmine. We have Fire Punch, super effective. And now we're facing Price. Dugong and the Seal both go down to 1 return. Is Palossong going to go down to 1 return? It is going to go down to 2 Fire Punches. What's going to heal? So we should have gone for return. I think return might have been a one-shot still, even with its a higher defense. But we get the win over Price. And we're going to compress right on to the next battle, which is against our rival. I believe it's rival number 4. And he's going to lead out with a Golbat. Golbat is going to come out, and we're going to go for return on the Golbat or Thunder Punch. Yep, we should have gone for return. We're trying to save power points. That's what we're doing. So we're trying other moves. But our special isn't as high as our physical attack stat, so return is just better. Like Magnemite there is resisted, and we still get a one-hit knockout. We still get a one-hit knockout on the Haunter using Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does go off physical attack stats. That's good. Sneasel will go down to 1 return, and Meganium comes out. Is Meganium going to go down to 1 Ice Punch? It is not. We do freeze it again. That's 2 freezes in a row. That does not happen very often, but we'll take the win over our rival, and we'll move right on to... Who is this? Claire. There we go. We're facing Claire. Claire is the Dragon Specialist. We have Ice Punch. We have the Never Melt Ice, not even equipped. We actually go for return on this, because return on one-shot, very good. Even with Ice Punch being stabbed, it's still not as powerful as return. So we get 3 one-hit knockouts on the Dragonairs. Now, is Kingdra going to be a one-shot? We are not going to learn Takedown. It is garbage move. What will we replace it with? And one shot on the Kingdra. Critical hit, don't know if that mattered, but we'll take the win. Very easy win over Claire. See, I know her name. And now we're going to go move right on to our final rival battle of the game right before the Elite Four. And we're going to face him in Victory Road. Save him right here, just in case. You never know. And now we're going to face our rival. Rival's going to come out, and he's got really nothing good for us. We're going to obliterate our rival. We really are. And he comes out with a Sneasel Bleasel. Sneasel's going to go down to 1 return. Very good. And the next Pokemon to come out is a Golbat. Golbat's going to go down to 1 Thunder Punch. Very good. Probably could have gone for return on that. Save the movement. But we're going to stick with it. Shadow Ball on the Magneton. We get paralyzed. We actually have the paralysis cure berry. There we go. And Haunter gets taken down by 1 Shadow Ball. Kadabra gets taken down by 1 Shadow Ball as well. Meganium is the last Pokemon. Do we go for return, or we go for... Actually, Thunder Punch does nothing. That was stupid, but return does knock it out. Meganium loses, and move right on to the Elite Four. We are at the Pokemon League, and we're about to head in and take on the Elite Four, but first what we're going to do is look at our moves, and we're going to look at our stats. The moves for this Pokemon going into the Elite Four are as follows. We have Return, we have Thunder Punch, we have Shadow Ball, and we have Ice Punch. We do have 2 items that we can equip. We can equip 1, the Pink Bow, 2, the Never Melt Ice, and 3, the Quick Claw if we need to outspeed something, or maybe we won't outspeed, but we want the chance to outspeed, I should say. And then our stats going in to the Elite Four, I'm just going to point out the ones in the bottom left corner. They're the ones that are effective in battle. Attack is 195, defense is 141, special attack is 122, special defense is 109, and speed is 105. Let's go ahead and dive into this battle with our first member of the Elite Four, which is Will. Will is the Psychic Specialist, and he leads out with a Xatu. We have Shadow Ball, so this should be absolutely a complete annihilation of Will. Xatu goes down to 1 Shadow Ball, very good. Jinx comes out, goes down to 1 Shadow Ball as well, very good. Executor comes out next. Is Shadow Ball a one-shot? It is a one-shot, very good. Slowbro comes out next. Shadow Ball, is it a one-shot? It is. And last Xatu, unless something crazy happens, we get a one-shot on the Xatu, very good. Clean sweep over Will, and we're going to move right on to Koga. Koga is the Poison Specialist of the Elite Four, and he leads out with an Ariados. Ariados comes out, return, we'll one-shot the Ariados, very good. Next Pokemon to come out is going to be Venomoth, return will one-shot the Venomoth as well. Fortress comes out next. I don't think it's going to be a one-shot. Nope, it's close though. Critical Hit almost helped us get a one-shot here, but we get a 2-hit knockout of Toko on the Fortress. Muck comes out next, return on the Muck, it's a one-shot. Is Crobat a one-shot? It usually is pretty bulky. We get a one-shot on the Crobat, very good. So we are sweeping this Elite Four so far, and we move right on to the one member of the Elite Four that could really mess us up, and that is a Bruno. We are weak to fighting moves, so Bruno comes out. He is very effective against us. Return is a one-shot on the Hitmon top, very good. Hitmonlee comes out next, return is a one-shot as well, excellent. Hitmonchan comes out next. Is it a one-shot Mach Punch? It's a priority move, so he does hit us with Mach Punch. It has the it goes first every time. It's the way it's designed. It's kind of like quick attack. And then Machamp goes down to 1, so it doesn't get a chance to hit us with Cross Chop. And then we one-shot the Onix with Ice Punch. Very good battle. Very clean battle against Bruno. And now we move right on to Karen. Now Karen is usually the most problematic member of the Elite Four. She leads out with an Umbreon. And what are we going to do with Umbreon? Is return a one-shot. It is a one-shot. So that is great news going into this. And we're going to go for return on the Vileplume. Very good. It looks like we might clean sweep her entire team. We're going to go for Shadow Ball on the Gengar. It's not a it's a one-shot. It does curse us, but we do get the one-shot off. Murkrow comes out next. Return is a one-shot on the Murkrow. And the last Pokemon, Houndoom. Is it a one-shot? It is. It's a pretty frail Pokemon, so it should be. It is a one-shot. Very good. One-shots across the board. We clean sweep Karen. This Pokemon is absolutely obliterating the Elite Four. We're 1 hour and 3 minutes and 32 seconds. And now we're facing Danhausen. We're facing Lance. And he comes out with a Gyarados. We have Thunder Punch for the Gyarados. We're going to one-shot the Gyarados. Very good. Next Pokemon to come out is Dragonite. We're going to move to Ice Punch. Ice Punch is going to one-shot the first Dragonite. The second Dragonite will come out next. And we're going to one-shot as well. The level 50 Dragonite has not come out. That is the one that's the most bulky. So we'll see if we get the one-shot. We're going to go for Ice Punch on the Aerodactyl. Very good. It's a knockout. And now we have 2 Pokemon left. Charizard. Return should one-shot the Charizard. Excellent. And now the Dragonite, the final Pokemon. We are 4 times effective against him with Ice Punch. Is it a one-shot? It is a one-shot. We clean sweep the entire Elite Four, take no resets, and now we just get our time locked in with our Elite Four time, which is 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 29 seconds. That is a very, very good first playthrough time. That means we're on a really good pace to potentially get under an hour and a half with this Pokemon, but that's only half the battle. We got 8 more gyms, and we have Red to deal with, so I'll see you guys in Kanto. Now in Kanto, we're quickly going to try to breeze through all these gym leaders. They're pretty much obsolete, and like I said, we're in the fast level rate, so we're going to level up pretty well, and we don't need to fight a lot of extra battles. We probably could fight a lot less extra battles than we did in this playthrough. Probably choose a one-shot. I'm not going to comment on these battles. This battle is going to be completely obsolete. Like I said, Voltorb is going to be a one-shot. Magneton is the only one I'm really concerned about, so let's go ahead and watch this. Yeah, we get a one-shot. I'm not concerned about any of the battles here, so I'll just talk about some things with the channel. First off, like I said earlier, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. A lot of things with this channel right now are going pretty well. I'm liking the pacing we're having when it comes to dealing with Generation 2 in Pokémon Crystal. Granbull, I'm really excited to play through Granbull. I think Granbull, after the time we get in this, you're going to see it's a really good time. I think we might be able to, we might be able to hit one of the top playthroughs so far with these Pokemon. Now, we're going to play through all of the Pokemon from Generation 2. We started with, Chikorita, which is the first Pokemon in the new Pokédex. But we have not even gotten close to touching any of the Pokemon from Gen 1 in this game. So there's a lot of stuff left. Now, when it comes to Generation 1, we don't have much left. We have about 3 or 4 types left in our type challenge to figure out who the best of every type is and the best Pokemon and what type is the best, etc., etc. So that's what's coming up. And when that's done, we're going to start diving into Generation 3. I'm not going to dive into Fire Red and Leaf Green. What I'm going to dive into is Emerald. We've played a lot of Generation 1. So I think we're going to have a little bit of break from Generation 1, and maybe when I finish up Generation 2, we'll start alternating between Emerald and Fire Red and Leaf Green. I haven't decided which one I'm going to play. I actually just got Fire Red on the Switch, the one that came out that you can get, and I kind of have a little bit of a culture shock because I've only played Pokemon on my emulator for probably the last 10, 15 years easily, and I didn't realize how slow it is in the game. Also, I didn't have to catch Pokemon in a lot of the playthroughs I do. A lot of the playthroughs I do are solo runs. So you don't have to worry about catching Pokemon. You don't have to worry about, getting that 5% chance for them to show up, things like that. So that's been kind of eye-opening, and I haven't had to experience that in a long time. So it's a little bit frustrating, but also a little bit of return to form when it comes to, things I grew up with. So there's like a yin and a yang. There's some good things about it. I got a really nice team. I started out with Charmander. I have Charmander. Who else do I have? I have Raichu. I have Charmeleon right now. Raichu, Dugtrio, Poliwhirl, and who else do I have? Mr. Mime, and I have a Paris as my HMU. And I haven't decided who my sixth Pokemon's going to be. I haven't decided that yet. Maybe Articuno. I'm thinking about that. I don't know how to get Mew in this game. I usually go for Mew, and but if I can't get Mew, I usually get an Aber and trade it for a Mr. Mime. It levels up so fast, and it's just a really good Pokemon. I love it. But now we're moving right on to, we have one gym leader left, and we're going to take on Blue and then Red. And this is Janine. Janine is completely a waste of space. She's a complete waste of time. Return's going to one-shot the Crobat. Return is going to one-shot the Weezing. And we're at a good level right now. We're level 67. We have 10 rare candies we give right before the battle against Red. So that's what we're gearing up for. And we should level up here, hopefully. If we don't level up here, we'll at least level up against our next trainer, which will be Blue. Return on the Venomoth. Very good. And we're level 67. We're going to leave here and go right into the battle against Blue. Now, Blue, he's a mixed. He's got mixed types. He's got a whole variety of team. And Pidgeot's the first Pokemon to come out. And we're going to go for Thunderbolt on the Pidgeot. Very good. Probably could have gone for Return. Still got the same result. But we're going to take the knockout. Now we're going to go for Shadow Ball on the Alakazam. It does outspeed us, so that's not fun. But we do knock it out in one hit. Rhydon comes out next. We're going to go for Ice Punch on the Rhydon. Is it a one-shot? It is a one-shot. Very good. I thought that maybe that would be a range, but we get the one-shot. We get Thunderbolt on the Gyarados. That's a one-shot as well. So that leaves with 2 Pokemon left. Executor is weak to Shadow Ball. So let's go for Shadow Ball, and what happens? We get a one-shot. Very good. And the last Pokemon is Arcanine. Go for Thunderbolt on the Arcanine. I was trying to avoid this. I think he goes into a healing loop here. I was trying to avoid that, but it is what it is. But now I know in the future, just go for Return. It's a one-shot. Get the win. First try victory over Blue. And that leads us right into our battle against Red. The final final battle of the game. And we're going to go ahead and knock out the Pikachu with 1 return. That's good. Espeon will also go down to a return. However, Espeon outspeeds us. Right now we have the leftovers equipped. And we actually get a pretty good result out of this battle. We just don't have enough to knock out the final Pokemon. Snorlax goes down to 2 returns. We're going to tank a Body Slam. We keep replenishing health. That's good. But the problem is there's certain Pokemon we need to outspeed. And we're going to go for Ice Punch on the Venusaur. Probably should have just stuck with Return on that. Return will knock out the Venusaur. Very good. And now we're going to move on to the Charizard. Now, if we could just knock out the Charizard in one go, we wouldn't have any issue here. However, we don't knock it out in one go, and it hits us again with Flamethrower. It doesn't knock us out with Flamethrower. However, we are down to pretty low health. And at this point in the game, we're not going to be able to tank anything that Blastoise throws at us unless we one-shot it. Thunderbolt does not one-shot. Surf knocks us out. So now we're going to take a reset, and we're going to take a slew of resets here. A bunch of resets. We have a couple resets. I'm not going to showcase these, but a couple of them are from Pikachu hitting us with Charm. We're going to have a couple resets where we're also not one-shotting a couple Pokemon. We get some bad luck on the Snorlax. It can paralyze us. There's a bunch of things that can go wrong. And that's the biggest thing about this Pokemon, is a bunch of things can go awry, and like right here, paralyzes, so that's a reset. And the biggest thing we want to have here is Quick Claw. We determine that Quick Claw is what we need, because for example, Espeon can go for Reflect. And if Espeon goes for Reflect, that means our return is diminished. And Return is a pretty solid move, and it's doing a lot of damage to a lot of Pokemon. So we one-shot the Pikachu here. And like I said, Return Espeon. There we go. Quick Claw activated. That's good. So now we don't take any damage. We have full health going into the Snorlax. And we almost one-shot. We get a 2-hit knockout. Very good. And now Quick Claw. If it activates against the Charizard, we're in great shape. Because we're not going to take that much damage from the Charizard at all, but we're going to go ahead and Charizard, come on, activate. Nope. Thunderbolt is going to be a 2-shot, and it's going to knock us out. So hopefully we get a couple more. We have a couple resets. We have 12 total resets at this point. We have 10 resets on Red by himself. Return is a 1-shot on the Pikachu. Very good. Espeon comes out next. We want the Quick Claw activation. We do. We get it. No Reflect here, so we'll do full damage from here on out. Return on the Snorlax. It goes for Amnesia. We're going to 2-hit knockout. We take no damage. We're at full health going into the Venusaur, and this is what I wanted. I want full health. That way, whatever Charizard throws at us, we can tank it, and hopefully whatever Blastoise throws at us, we can tank it as well. We're going to go for Thunderbolt on the Charizard. It is super effective. We're going to get a 2-hit knockout. Quick Claw activates. We have 186 hit points going into the Blastoise, and we just got to hit one more Thunderbolt. Very good. We get the win over Red. And we got a time locked in at 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 53 seconds. That is a fantastic first play time for any Pokemon, much less this Pokemon. For a Pokemon that's in the fast level up Pokemon are supposed to be bad. And this is a Pokemon that did very good. So let's go ahead and look at the leaderboard and see where this Pokemon stacks up. So a time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 53 seconds, or 88 minutes and 53 seconds. This Pokemon lands itself right here behind Ampharos. Ampharos is a Pokemon I've spent a lot of time on. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. It's actually my favorite Pokemon in Generation 2. So that's something we have to contend with, that we just, without doing too much, we just beat the one of the better Pokemon, or a lot of the Pokemon. We're actually top 10. This Pokemon's actually not top 10, top 8 right now when it comes to the Pokemon ahead of it. So it's doing very well. And then, next week, obviously we have the optimized playthrough. I'm really excited about the optimized playthrough because we're going to look at this Pokemon and see what it can do in the optimized playthrough. This Pokemon, we can take an egg move. We're going to start out fully evolved first off. We're going to start off with Granbull. We're not going to be Snubbull. We're going to start with Granbull. And what we can do with this Pokemon is we can take one of these moves from its egg move, it's a breeding move, and start out the game with this move and see how much better this Pokemon can do. There's a lot of options here, but the biggest one that I think is the best one is Crunch. Crunch is a move, 80 base power, 100% accurate, dark move. It's better than Bite, and we're going to start the game with this. I think we're going to absolutely fly through the early part of this game. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. How well do you think this Pokemon's going to do? How well do you think this Pokemon did in this playthrough? Did you enjoy it? What some suggestions you think I should do strategy-wise? Maybe there's a hidden power somewhere that I can use. Let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, this is JD. This is Polywar's Wrath. Thank you all for watching. This video is coming out on Friday. It's a Pokemon Blue playthrough of Golem, fully evolved, part of our Rock-type challenge at Generation 1. I figure the best Rock-type Pokemon is. Tune in then, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one, and see ya.